here. Great. Hey, do you guys remember when dystopia was fiction? Our next speaker, Maddy Lee, is a dystopian fiction expert, and it turns out that that's a really useful thing to have on your resume right now. So please welcome Maddy Lee.
Trying to replace it. Hopefully this does a good job though with the audio. I've also got that over there we can see.
Hey guys. Good afternoon, Boston. Thank you. Thank you for being here. While other people have talked about corporations, the economy, and a certain orange dictator-in-chief, I'm here to talk about books. That's right. These awesome paper things, okay? Fiction stories. For years, I've enjoyed reading dystopian fiction because they were a welcome and fun distraction from a boring reality. It was fun to imagine alien invasions, authoritarian governments, systems of extreme social inequality, things that were just thought exercises that couldn't possibly happen here in real life. But then the 2016 and 2024 elections happened, and all the dystopian books I enjoyed reading became real life. When our world has turned into a grotesque reality TV show, we can find more truth and sanity in fiction than we can from real politicians. So I read Radio Free Vermont early in the first Trump administration, and it's my favorite book because it speaks to my heart as a New Englander. And it's about a ragtag group of friends from small towns who pursue independence from the U.S. They do things like start a sewage backup at the St. Albans Walmart and go on a high-speed ski chase. But they also make us think about how we rely on our local communities for emotional support, socially, economically. They make us think about our identity as New Englanders. And even if the government regulates what we can say, they can't regulate how we feel and how we think. Even if they outlaw protest, that means we need to go out and protest even harder. The book teaches us that we can reorganize our society in creative and nonviolent ways. And we can redefine our relationship with America. And we always have the right to challenge the status quo. I'm going to see if I can hang up my New England flag here. Let's see. Can we do this? Okay. Oh my. Okay. So another good one comes from the West Coast. Man, this thing is falling. Ecotopia. It's a utopian novel where Washington and Oregon secede to save the environment and clean up the air and water. In the prequel, Ecotopia Emerging, we learn that unchecked capitalism leads to massive economic inequality. And poor people suffer, and people get cancer from really polluted air and water. So the characters get together, and they form a political party, and they run for local office, something that maybe we should do here. And instead of accepting things that they cannot change, they change the things that they cannot accept. So looking back, Ecotopia was really prophetic. It was written in the 70s, and by now we're witnessing the global warming, the wildfires, the floods, the animal extinction that scientists and authors warned us about in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. If we all work together and press for change, we can have a society where we put the environment, human health, and economic justice above corporate greed. This book is a blueprint for a sustainable future. All right, the last one. This is the Calexit comic book. where we see an alternative vision of California separating from America. And in response to Trump's regime, they do this. Unlike the other two books, which were fundamentally optimistic in nature, Calexit captures a more gritty realism. You know, people are disillusioned, they feel anxiety, depression, in a country that is hostile to their needs. In real life, we've seen the erosion of democracy, the rise of a dictator, and widespread dissatisfaction with the idea of America and what it has become. So Calexit asks us, if the federal system is broken, if it is no longer of the people, by the people, for the people, what is the alternative? How can we rethink the power structures that govern us? So together, these three books, Radio Free Vermont, Ecotopia, Calexit, they challenge us to think about an alternative future to our current political and social system. We should question the way power is distributed, and we should find outside-the-box solutions. So whether it's regional secession, or saving the environment, or resisting the Trump administration, they give us a framework to understand our problems and to overcome them. When we look at how fractured and polarized red America and blue America are today, the gap between the rich and the poor, and the environmental crisis that threatens our future, we know that books are now more than just fiction. Politics is not about what is or what was, but about what can be, and more importantly, what will be. We can write our own future. So if reality can become fiction, then fiction can become reality. And we can use books to reimagine our community and make a better one. Thank you.